Americans for Democratic Action publishes a useful guide to the buying and selling of members of Congress. A low ADA score indicates a strong buy signal, whereas a high ADA score is unlikely to be a good investment. We're standing today on Capitol Hill with the Capitol Dome behind me, talking to the woman behind this handy tip sheet. Karen Traeger, Communications Director of ADA and the editor of the annual ADA Congressional Voting Record. Tell us about this handy investment guide.
Well, we don't really think of it as an investment guide. We think of it as a voting record. Actually, it's a political scorecard to be able to show where the members of Congress actually stand on all the issues across the board.
Can a political player save some money using the ADA investment guide? Kind of like you can knock some dollars off a hotel room rate if you flash your AAA card?
Come again? It's more for members to be able to know what their member of Congress actually stands for and where they actually vote consistently on the issues.
How do you assign this score? I mean, how much weight do you give to affordability versus, say, pliability? I mean, do you take into account volume discounts? I've heard that if you buy 3 senators, sometimes they throw in a congressman for free.
Well, again, I'm not thinking about that. We're really just looking at who's actually willing to stand up and take a stance that's good for the people and who's just willing to go with whatever corporations want.
Those are the ones that you want, right?
Not particularly. We have done it every single year just to be able to really be able to show people where people stand and be able to honor real progressive heroes and be able to shame real conservative zeros.
I see. Again, it seems a little backwards to me. How should a political activist use the ADA rankings? Now, I've heard if you walk on the lot carrying an ADA voting record, those salesmen are not going to try to palm off an out-of-cycle veteran as some kind of desperate freshman facing a primary. Is that one key way you can use the voting record?
I don't even know what that means, but no. we really intend for it to be used for just members and constituents to be able to know where their representatives actually stand. They might say something in a press conference, but you want to know how they vote on specific issues. And it's nice to know overall where their views actually are, because the media might paint someone as very liberal or very conservative, and when it comes down to the actual votes, they may not be.
But I understand that ADA actually pioneered this whole process back in 1947, and so I'm assuming that you're getting a little change kicked back your way from Planned Parenthood and the Sierra Club, maybe even the NRA. I mean, it's your idea, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, if the NRA wants to write us a check, we would gladly take their money.
Just between you and me, can you give me any advance information, maybe a hot tip that would help me make a killing in the congressional market?
You know, to be honest, it's been really difficult to score it because Congress does less and less. They're just not voting as much, so it makes it harder to pick the votes, you know.
Fundraising takes up a lot of time, you know.
Yeah, fundraising does take up a lot of their time, so...
You have to set priorities.
Well, I would hope that their priorities would be the American people, but alas, they're proving us, you know, wrong there.
Okay, well, Karen, well, thank you very much for explaining this very handy investment guide.
All right, thank you very much.